Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday. Looks like we got match day. Was it 5 or 6? Sorry, I'm all off now. Match day 6 today, coming at you. The good news is that today I'm facing a couple of people who have a lot in common. I believe they both live in Brooklyn. I know they both live in New York at least. They are also a couple of excellent trivia players and a couple of my favorite people. One of them is Solomon Stein, who was best man at my wedding. I'm playing him in the private rundle. It's really early, so sorry if I'm a little bit slow on the uptake today. I'm playing him in the private rundle, and notably, he's also coming to visit me today, so that's happening, which is awesome. He's going to be here for Labor Day weekend. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do all kinds of nerdy stuff all weekend, so that's going to be cool. Also, Jonathan Corbella. Some of you will know him as my first challenger on 500 questions. We had a lot of fun up there. He was a massive game show veteran at that time. I think that 500 questions may have been his 8th show, something like that. He's extremely nice guy, fun guy to be around, and kind of a life of the party type, which is awesome. Quizzing needs those. We don't have tons, so it's I love Jonathan. So this is going to be fun. Let me go ahead and bring it up. All right, we can see yesterday I had a nice time of it. Our 9-6 was good enough to carry us through in both matches. Our opponents both only got 2, so that helped. So we are unblemished thus far. Let's see how we can keep going. I'm not sure. All right. Question 1. A semi-retired wrestler. Well, that's a big help for me. Some of y'all may know I'm a wrestling fan, which I admit is perfectly ridiculous, but it's also a very interesting form of performance. I love the idea of entirely working a crowd. It's a bit like a mix between stand-up comedy and dance. Anyway, I won't go too much into that. A testament to its greatness is that I was able to get Stein-S into wrestling without any prior exposure whatsoever. Just by showing him a couple matches, he went, "Oh wow, that's cool." So it is possible. Anyway, semi-retired wrestler, a former federal prison, a British overseas territory, and a sports arena in Newark, New Jersey all share what nickname? All right, well, we'll go with semi-retired wrestlers first. I suppose the most famous semi-retired wrestler is The Rock. He comes to every WrestleMania, but doesn't show up on weekly shows or really many pay-per-views. He occasionally wrestles, or occasionally does, interviews or spots or whatever. Yeah, The Rock is also a former federal prison, Alcatraz, British overseas territory, the Rock of Gibraltar, and a sports arena in Newark, New Jersey. Prudential Center? That exists. Yeah, okay. The Rock, the Prudential Center. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be it. Yep. All right, question 2. In the film The Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter tells Clarice Starling that he once ate a census taker's liver with beans and wine. Beans, man. We had bean casserole yesterday. We got this today. Specifically, what type of beans and what Italian wine? 2 answers needed. Okay, well, this is just a do you know a very famous movie quote. I would say this is definitely a high-ranking quote on lists of best movie quotes of all times because it's insanely creepy. Census taker tried to test me once. I think it just goes straight into I ate his liver with some fava beans, the nice Chianti, which is pronounced wrong. Yeah. Definitely ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. I'm about 9,000,000% sure both of these guys will know this quote. This is a really famous quote. I mean, you do that and you kind of make the noise. So, yeah. All right. The young Henry V of England in Shakespeare's Henry IV plays has a sobriquet that is common, particularly in literary scholarship, though not the plays themselves. that two-word moniker. Ooh, we got moniker and sobriquet. When reversed, gives the name of a 21-time Tony Award winner. What is either name? Okay, young Henry V, for whatever reason, is always referred to, and it's Prince Hal. I don't even think he gets used that much, but or I don't even think he appears that much in Henry IV. Maybe he does, but I know for whatever reason, maybe it's because to distinguish him from from Henry IV by not calling him Prince Henry or something. Anyway, Prince Hal. I guess Hal Prince. Sure. Must be a 21-time Tony Award winner. Has got to be like a producer or something similar to that. So, yeah, I guess we'll go with Hal Prince. So, Prince Hal, sweet. Yeah, that is just a Shakespeare kind of a Shakespeare nugget, I guess, more than it's anything else. Prince Hal, Henry V, and Henry IV. While the high water mark of the Confederacy was reached during the Battle of Gettysburg on July 3rd, 1863, contemporaries were quicker to recognize the grand strategic importance of the surrender of the very next day of rebel forces defending what city and Mississippi River stronghold? Sure, this is Vicksburg. Vicksburg, Mississippi River stronghold, big deal. Definitely kind of the Confederates are winning in the East. Oh, but what about the West? Moment of the war is that period on 1863. So, yep, Grant got him at Vicksburg, if I recall correctly. Pretty sure that's right. According to the lyrics of the famous song from The Wizard of Oz, somewhere over the rainbow, troubles melt like what? Thinking of that that Hawaiian version by Israel, very long last name. So that's the one I've probably heard the most fully, right? I don't think I've heard like the Judy Garland of this song version of this song outside the movie much. I haven't listened to it like separately, but where troubles melt like lemon drops high above. Yeah, okay, high above the chimney tops. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's in the middle part, so not the main section that everybody will think of first. So that'll be interesting because it's not somewhere over the rainbow. Troubles melt. It's in a different section, so that might give some people a hard time. I know that Solomon is a big fan of the Hawaiian version, so I will put a 1 on that because I think it may be easier to pull from that. Anyway, what English male forename, nickname to be precise, is also unrelatedly an old Persian term for land? There is no way that doesn't refer to something on a map. And the reason I say that is you can't, it would be unlikely for Thorsten to want us to care or know that there's an old Persian term for land. This goes to some of the discussion that's been in the it's like, why would I know that? Like, so am I just going to list English male forenames or nicknames? But that's typically not what question writers are going for when they ask a question like this. So what is on the map that would use an old Persian term for land? Well, what's Persia? Iran, right? So is the answer Ron? Could Ron be an old Persian term for land? The answer is yes, it could. Ron is a nickname. Indeed. Yeah, I'm in. 2 on that for Solomon. I'm going to go with put a 3 on there. I think, I mean, Solomon and I were at WrestleMania 32 together, and The Rock certainly appeared. I also know he's seen the film The Rock with Nicolas Cage, so that's an easy one. And a 2 for Vicksburg. I feel like Solomon could easily get 5 or 6 of these. So we will see how I pull it, whether I can pull it out or not. Yeah, they are both from Brooklyn. Awesome. All right. Jonathan Corbla is a puzzle man and a chess player and a just overall like extremely brilliant guy. Solomon's also an extremely brilliant guy, mathematician. I am a humanities goober who works in libraries. I just happen to be good at trivia. Both of these guys are great at trivia and better at other things than trivia, which is extremely impressive. That's something that sometimes I wish were true of me. There's not anything I am better at than trivia. So, such as c'est la vie, I guess. Anyway, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, he'll be able to suss this out, I think. How's your lit, Jonathan? It's pretty good, right? I know Jonathan likes musicals and stuff, certainly to a degree. I think we can give him a 2. A 2 for Lemon Drops, 2 for Ron, 3 for Prince Hal. I'm not convinced. I mean, I think he knows some Shakespeare, but I'm not convinced he's like a maven of it. Probably a 1 for Vicksburg. I think it's definitely Vicksburg. Like, name a Western battle in the, like, literally name a Mississippi River battle in the Civil War. I think most people who do trivia a lot would say Vicksburg, so that's what we're going to go with. So, is Ron right? I hope Ron's right. That's totally a guess. I think almost everybody will be guessing, but that just feels, yeah, you're Ron. Ran isn't really an English male forename, so you go with Ron. The Rock, Fava Chianti, Prince Hal, Vicksburg, Lemon Drops, and of course, Stan. Smooth. Well, I got everything. I was right about the reasoning. It never occurred to me that would be from Persian. Just because there's so many other places it could have been from. I don't know when like Stan started being used to refer to countries like at the first time in English, for example. Maybe it's been longer than I thought, but that is a really awesome. That is an extremely good trivia question. That is like a top-notch trivia question because it does lend itself to some puzzling. So we got 5. Now we'll really have to see whether we can escape. And I may be, this may be something that everybody, that people really know, like actually know. Oh yeah, that's where that comes from. But I don't know it. So that's awesome. I am really happy to learn that. It's a really good trivia question. Anyway, all right, folks, have a really good day. I ought to be back tomorrow. Might bring Solomon with me. We might record back to back or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and we will see you soon. Have a good one.